Okay, settle in. What if I told you that a forgotten spice, smaller than your thumbnail, gathering dust in your kitchen right now, could stir life back into your body? That it could awaken a sense of vitality, a response. Yes, even an erection in as little as 60 seconds? And here's the kicker. It doesn't matter if you're 65 or 85. It doesn't matter what pills you've tried or how many disappointing nights have chipped away at your confidence. One simple bite of this everyday item could begin restoring the very strength, the very essence you thought was gone for good. I know. It sounds like something out of a tall tale. Too good to be true, right? But stick with me, because what I'm about to share isn't magic. It's biology, rediscovered. And it has the potential to change everything you think you know about aging and virility. My name is Dr. Sarah Michelle. For over 3 decades, my life's work has been helping men over 60 reclaim what time, stress, and often a system focused on quick fixes have quietly stolen: their confidence, their robust circulation, their vitality, and that profound ability to simply feel like a man again, strong, capable, present. Not through expensive prescriptions with pages of side effects, not through gimmicky gadgets gathering dust in a drawer, but by gently reminding the body of its own innate power. By unlocking what it still remembers deep down when you give it the right, natural tools. And here's the beautiful, almost poetic, twist. The solution isn't some cutting-edge, futuristic breakthrough. It's not locked away in a lab. It's a humble spice that's been hiding in plain sight for centuries. One your ancestors might have chewed before moments of intimacy, valued for its warming fire. And science is now catching up, confirming it works far better for restoring male vitality than anyone could have imagined just decades ago. The irony? You've probably walked past it in your own kitchen 100 times. Reached over it for the pepper or the salt. Never once suspecting the potent potential resting within those tiny, dark buds. In the next few minutes, I'll pull back the curtain. I'll show you exactly how chewing this one specific spice for just 60 seconds can act like a key, unlocking your blood vessels, helping them relax and open wide, vasodilation as we call it, lowering the crushing weight of chronic stress, that silent killer of your precious testosterone, fighting the gum disease you might not even know you have, which secretly sabotages circulation throughout your body, helping you plunge into deeper, more restorative sleep, the critical time when your hormones naturally rebuild and recover. I'll guide you step by step through the simple method. And I promise, by the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to use it and, crucially, what realistic changes to watch for in your first 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days. This isn't about false hope. It's about empowering you with knowledge. Before we dive deep into this potent, natural pathway, do me a quick favor? Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell.
Why?
Because I create tools and insights like this specifically for men navigating life after 60, men like you, who deserve to feel their best. Subscribing ensures you won't miss a single piece of practical, natural health wisdom designed to help you reclaim your strength and confidence. Plus, it lets me know this message is reaching the men who need it most. And right now, if this message resonates with you, if you've felt that flicker of hope or recognition, just type 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't feel relevant right now, type 0. It's invaluable feedback, helping me understand how to serve you better with future content. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's cut to the heart of this discovery. Because none of this works without understanding the tiny powerhouse hiding inside this unassuming spice. The secret weapon, the biological key, lies in a remarkable natural compound concentrated within each little clove bud. Its name? Eugenol. This single ingredient, eugenol, is the primary reason why, within minutes of chewing, your blood starts flowing with renewed purpose, your vessels begin to relax and open, and your body starts responding like it remembers how to, maybe even better than it has in years. Let me break down the science of how this works. 1. Eugenol. The secret spark igniting your body's memory. I'll never forget the quiet intensity in Robert's eyes. A man in his early 70s, sharp as a tack, successful, but carrying a profound weight. He leaned forward, his voice low but firm. Dr. Sarah, I don't need to run marathons. I want to feel like myself again. In here. He touched his chest. He wasn't talking about vanity. He was talking about that core sense of masculine vitality, the quiet confidence that comes when your body feels alive and responsive. That moment, and countless others like it, fueled my deep dive into natural, foundational solutions. And time and again, the research led me back to one potent molecule, eugenol. Found in incredibly high concentrations inside cloves, Syzygium aromaticum. Eugenol is released as potent oils the moment you crush or chew a clove. But here's the crucial part. Eugenol doesn't just flavor your mouth and vanish. It's absorbed with surprising speed directly into your bloodstream through the sensitive mucous membranes under your tongue and in your cheeks, a pathway known as buccal absorption. This means it bypasses the digestive system and goes to work almost immediately. So, what does this eugenol do once it hits your system? This is where the magic, rooted firmly in biochemistry, begins. Eugenol is a powerful vasodilator. In simpler terms, it signals the smooth muscle lining your blood vessels to relax and expand. This is particularly critical for the smaller, more delicate vessels, like those feeding your pelvic region and sexual organs. After 60, these vessels often stiffen, lose elasticity, and narrow due to factors like plaque buildup, atherosclerosis, and reduced nitric oxide production. It's like trying to water a garden with a kinked hose. Blood flow becomes restricted, sluggish, inadequate. Eugenol works like a natural, gentle massage for those arteries and capillaries. It helps untangle the kinks, easing open the pathways so blood can surge freely again where it's needed most. This isn't about forcing an artificial response. It's about reminding your vascular system of its inherent flexibility and function. But eugenol's brilliance doesn't stop there. It actually stimulates the endothelial cells lining your blood vessels to produce more nitric oxide NO. You might recognize NO as the very compound targeted by those little blue pills, PDE5 inhibitors. Eugenol helps your body produce its own NO naturally. This is biology working as intended, not chemistry overriding it. The result? Enhanced blood flow without the common side effects like headaches, flushing, or the dreaded crash afterwards. Many men describe the sensation as a gentle warmth spreading through their core, a feeling of circulation waking up within minutes. It's subtle, yet undeniably powerful. And if one compound can have this profound an effect on blood flow, the very foundation of physical response, imagine what the whole spice can do to combat the invisible stress that's been suffocating your vitality for years. That's our next stop. 2. Why the flame flickers after 60 and how clove reignites at George, a sprightly 68-year-old who still enjoyed hiking, sat across from me. His usual spark dimmed. Doc Sarah, it's just inconsistent.
Weak.
Like the connection's faulty, he confessed, looking away. His story is heartbreakingly common. Men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, carrying a silent burden of disappointment. My message to them, and to you, is always the same. This is not your failure. It's not shameful. It's biology. As we age, the intricate network of blood vessels crucial for achieving and maintaining an erection undergoes changes. They lose elasticity, like an old rubber band. The inner lining endothelium can become damaged and narrowing, atherosclerosis, becomes more common. Years of factors conspire against optimal blood flow, chronic stress, diets high in processed foods and sugars driving inflammation, sedentary habits, high blood pressure, smoking, even conditions like diabetes. The result? The vascular system struggles to deliver the massive surge of blood required to fill the erectile tissue effectively. Without that robust, pressurized blood flow, a firm, reliable erection simply can't happen. It's a hydraulic system starved of its fluid. But here's the crucial point most conventional approaches gloss over, and the reason for my decades-long focus on natural solutions. These changes are not always a permanent sentence. They are often reversible to a significant degree. This is where the humble clove steps onto the stage as a potent ally for men navigating their later years. We've seen how eugenol acts as a vasodilator. But its benefits go deeper than just momentary relaxation. Eugenol possesses anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Chronic inflammation is a major driver of endothelial damage, the very lining responsible for producing nitric oxide. By reducing inflammation and combating oxidative stress within the blood vessels, eugenol helps create an environment where the endothelium can heal and function better over time. It's not just opening the pipes temporarily, it's helping to clean and repair them. Think of it like restoring an old, valuable engine. Eugenol isn't just pouring in fuel, it's gently cleaning the carburetor, freeing up sticky valves, and improving the engine's overall efficiency. The blood flows easier, fuller, and reaches its destination more effectively. I've lost count of the men like George who've returned after a few weeks of consistently using the clove method, a quiet smile playing on their lips. Woke up this morning, actually woke up, you know? Or, it's not back to 20, doc, but it's there. Consistently. This isn't the fleeting effect of a pill. It's the body's circulatory system gradually remembering its job and regaining its capacity. That's the profound beauty of this natural approach. It doesn't force or override. It nurtures and facilitates your body's own remarkable ability to heal and rebalance. Yet, even with blood vessels opening like spring flowers, one insidious, invisible force can slam the door shut before anything even begins. It's likely been sabotaging you, silently, relentlessly, for decades. It's time to bring it into the light. 3. The silent saboteur. How chronic stress strangles your manhood and how clove fights back. Picture this. David, 72, meticulous about his diet, walked daily, took his supplements. On paper, he should have been thriving. Yet, he sat in my office, exhausted, admitting his desire had evaporated and performance was non-existent. I do everything right, Sarah. What's wrong with me? The answer, revealed only after gentle probing, lay in a burden invisible on his blood tests, crushing, unrelenting stress. Worries about his wife's health, financial security and retirement, the loneliness of outliving friends, a constant, low-grade hum of anxiety. And this stress was chemically castrating him. Here's the brutal biochemical reality most men over 60 face, but rarely connect to their vitality. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol. Cortisol is your fight-or-flight hormone, essential for short-term survival. But in our modern world, threats aren't usually saber-toothed tigers. They're mortgages, health scares, family conflicts, persistent and unresolved. When cortisol remains elevated day after day, month after month, it wreaks havoc. Crucially, cortisol and testosterone exist in a delicate balance. They are antagonistic hormones. When cortisol levels stay high, testosterone levels are forced down. It's a biological seesaw tilted dangerously against you. High cortisol doesn't just suppress testosterone production. It actively interferes with its action at the cellular level. Furthermore, chronic stress directly damages the endothelium, that crucial blood vessel lining, and promotes inflammation, creating a vicious cycle that further strangles blood flow. The result? Plummeting libido, diminished erectile function, loss of muscle mass, increased fatigue, and a foggy mind, the very hallmarks of fading vitality. This is where clove transcends being just a circulatory aid. Cloves contain another powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene, BCP. BCP isn't just along for the ride, it's a major player. Here's the remarkable part. Beta-caryophyllene is a dietary cannabinoid that selectively binds to the CB2 receptors in your body's endocannabinoid system, ECS. The ECS is a master regulator of stress response, mood, inflammation, and overall homeostasis. When BCP from cloves activates CB2 receptors, it sends potent signals to dial down the inflammatory cascade and, critically, modulate the stress response in the brain. It helps calm the overactive amygdala, your brain's fear center, and promotes a sense of relaxation and safety. It's like applying a natural brake to your runaway stress system. Within minutes of chewing a clove, many men report a distinct feeling of tension releasing in their chest and shoulders, a quieting of the mental chatter, a grounding sense of calm washing over them. As cortisol levels begin to descend thanks to this natural modulation, the path clears for testosterone to naturally rise again. This isn't about forcing hormones. It's about removing the biochemical roadblocks that have been suppressing your body's own production. You might start noticing subtle shifts first, a bit more patience, slightly better focus, a flicker of that old drive returning. It's your body reclaiming its hormonal equilibrium. And this stress relief unlocks yet another critical pillar of hormonal recovery and vitality: deep, restorative sleep. Let's explore how clove paves the way for the night shift your body desperately needs. 4. Chewing cloves equals deeper sleep equals surging testosterone, the vital night shift. If I could just sleep. Sighed Martin, 75. He fell asleep easily enough, but woke like clockwork at 2:30 a.m., mind racing about everything from world events to a missed phone call, unable to drift back off. He felt perpetually drained, and his intimate life was non-existent. Martin's story highlights a truth I witness relentlessly. The moment quality sleep crumbles, everything else unravels. You can eat organic, exercise religiously, and take a cabinet full of supplements, but if your sleep is fractured and shallow, your hormones stand little chance of optimal function. Why is sleep so non-negotiable for male vitality, especially testosterone? Because the majority of your daily testosterone production occurs during sleep, specifically during deep, slow-wave sleep, SWS, and REM cycles. This is when your pituitary gland releases pulses of luteinizing hormone LH, which signals your testes to produce testosterone. It's also prime time for cellular repair, growth hormone release, and metabolic regulation. Poor sleep quality or short duration directly translates to significantly lower testosterone levels. Studies consistently show this link. For instance, research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that restricting sleep in young, healthy men to just 5 hours per night for 1 week slashed their testosterone levels by 10 to 15%, levels typical of men 10 to 15 years older. Millions of men over 60 share Martin's struggle: difficulty falling asleep, frequent awakenings, inability to return to sleep, or simply never feeling rested. The consequences cascade: low energy, irritability, weight gain, cognitive fog, and critically, diminished libido and erectile dysfunction. It's a devastating cycle. Low T disrupts sleep, and poor sleep further crashes T. This is where the evening clove ritual reveals another profound layer of benefit. We know eugenol promotes vasodilation and relaxation. Beta-caryophyllene, BCP, actively modulates the stress response. Together, they create a powerful 1-2 punch for preparing your nervous system for rest. Chewing cloves about 60 to 90 minutes before bed leverages these effects. Eugenol's vasodilatory effect helps lower core body temperature slightly, a key signal for sleep initiation. BCP's interaction with CB2 receptors calms the hyperaroused state of the nervous system, quieting the mental noise and anxiety that keeps so many awake. The overall relaxation response counteracts the high cortisol levels that disrupt sleep architecture. It's like giving your body a natural, gentle nudge towards the restorative state it craves. Men often report falling asleep more easily, experiencing fewer nighttime awakenings, and, crucially, waking up feeling more refreshed. "I actually dreamt last night, Doc Sarah. Haven't done that in years," is a common refrain. And with deeper, more uninterrupted sleep comes the environment your body needs to naturally replenish its testosterone stores. Those stronger morning erections aren't just about blood flow. They're a tangible sign your hormonal night shift was productive. But the benefits of chewing cloves extend beyond circulation, stress, and sleep. There's a surprising, often overlooked connection right inside your mouth that directly impacts your manhood. 5. The hidden enemy in your mouth. How gum disease secretly attacks erections and how clove neutralizes it. Mark, 69, was frustrated. His blood work was decent. He managed his blood pressure, yet his ED persisted. Then I asked about his dental health. "Well," he mumbled, "my gums bleed a bit when I brush. And my dentist keeps talking about pockets." Bingo! This connection surprises most men, but the science is unequivocal. Severe gum disease, periodontitis, is a significant independent risk factor for erectile dysfunction. Studies, including one published in the Journal of Periodontology, found men with periodontitis were over 3 times more likely to suffer from ED than men with healthy gums. Another study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine suggested the risk could be up to 70% higher. How on earth are your gums linked to your manhood? It's all about inflammation and bacteria. Periodontitis is a chronic inflammatory disease caused by bacteria accumulating below the gum line. These bacteria don't stay put. They enter your bloodstream through the inflamed gum tissue, a process called bacteremia, especially likely during chewing or brushing. Once in circulation, these bacteria and the inflammatory molecules they trigger, like C-reactive protein, CRP, interleukin-6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha, wreak havoc systemically. This systemic inflammation damages the endothelium lining your blood vessels, impairing nitric oxide production and vasodilation, essential for erections. Promotes atherosclerosis, further narrowing blood vessels everywhere, including the pelvis. Can directly damage the smooth muscle within the erectile tissue itself. It's like pouring sludge into your circulatory system and lighting a fire of inflammation that specifically targets the machinery of an erection. Enter clove, nature's potent oral warrior. Clove oil, rich in eugenol, is one of the most powerful natural antiseptics and anti-inflammatory agents known. Its use in dentistry for pain relief and infection control dates back centuries. When you chew whole cloves, eugenol's potent antibacterial action directly targets the harmful bacteria in your mouth, like Porphyromonas gingivalis, a key player in periodontitis. Its strong anti-inflammatory properties soothe inflamed gum tissue on contact. The mechanical action of chewing helps disrupt plaque biofilm. It's like deploying a natural, targeted cleaning and healing squad directly to the front lines, your gums. By reducing the bacterial load and inflammation at the source, your mouth, you significantly decrease the inflammatory burden entering your bloodstream. This helps protect your blood vessels systemically, including those critical for erectile function. You're not just freshening your breath. You're actively safeguarding your circulatory health and your manhood with every chew. It's a simple, daily detox with profound systemic implications. Now that we understand how this works, unlocking blood flow, dousing stress, deepening sleep, and fighting oral inflammation, let's get practical. What does the method actually look like? 6. How to do the 60-second clove method. Your simple daily ritual. The most powerful solutions are often disarmingly simple. This method, refined through years of patient feedback, is something you can start tonight, right in your kitchen. It takes just 1 minute, requires no special equipment, and has helped countless men like those I've described begin their journey back to vitality. Here's the exact step-by-step process I guide my patients through. Gather. Take 2 or 3 whole, dried cloves. Crucially, use whole cloves, not powder. Powder won't release the oils effectively onto your mucous membranes. Organic cloves are ideal to minimize pesticide exposure, but any good quality culinary cloves will work. Place. Put the cloves between your molars, your back teeth. This is where your bite is strongest. Crack. Slowly, deliberately, bite down until you feel and hear the cloves crack open. Don't rush this. The goal is to release the potent oils trapped inside. Hold and absorb first 30 seconds. Once cracked, simply hold the pieces in your mouth. Let your saliva mingle with the released oils. Breathe calmly through your nose. You'll likely feel a strong, warm, slightly numbing and spicy sensation. That's the eugenol and other compounds going to work. This intense feeling is a good sign, indicating rapid absorption through the buccal membranes directly into your bloodstream. Focus on the sensation. It's your body receiving the signal. Chew slowly. Next 30 seconds. After holding for about 30 seconds, begin to chew the clove pieces slowly and deliberately. Don't grind aggressively. Just enough to further break them down and continue releasing oils, mixing them thoroughly with your saliva. Swish the mixture gently if it helps. Continue for another 30 seconds. Finish. After a total of about 60 seconds, you can either swallow the remnants. they are safe to ingest and offer digestive benefits, or spit them out. Both are perfectly fine. Rinse your mouth with water if the strong flavor lingers, though leaving a trace can continue the antibacterial action. Why this method works so well? The combination of mechanical cracking, holding for absorption, and slow chewing maximizes the release of eugenol and beta-caryophyllene and their direct uptake into your bloodstream via the rich network of blood vessels in your mouth. This bypasses the liver, first-pass metabolism, leading to faster and potentially more potent effects compared to swallowing cloves whole or using powder. Timing is key. While you can do this anytime, the most strategic times are evening, prime time about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. This leverages the relaxation, stress reduction, and vasodilatory effects to promote deeper sleep and overnight hormone recovery. This is often the most impactful time. Morning, on an empty stomach, can help jumpstart circulation and set a calm, alert tone for the day. Pre-intimacy, 30 to 45 minutes beforehand, can enhance sense of presence, circulation, and stamina for some men. Experiment to see if it works for you. Consistency is king. This isn't a one-off magic trick. Think of it as a daily investment, like brushing your teeth. Consistent, daily use allows the cumulative benefits on circulation, stress, sleep, oral health, and hormones to build momentum. You might be wondering, okay, I do this, then what? What changes can I realistically expect, and when? Let's map out the journey. 7. What to realistically expect. Your 7, 14, and 30-day milestones, watching the transformation unfold in men committed to this simple practice, is one of the most rewarding parts of my work. Take Arthur, 71, initially skeptical but disciplined. His journey was a textbook example of gradual, cumulative awakening. Days 1 to 7, the subtle shift Arthur reported feeling a distinct warmth spreading through his chest and abdomen within minutes of the first few chews. Not intense, but noticeable. Pleasant. By day 5, he mentioned sleeping a bit heavier and waking with slightly less grogginess. His energy mid-afternoon felt a tad more stable. The most common feedback in the first week includes that initial warming or tingling sensation during/after chewing, a subtle sense of calm or reduced anxiety, especially if done in the evening, slightly improved sleep quality, falling asleep easier or feeling a bit more rested, a small uptick in general energy or motivation, felt like taking a longer walk today. Possible but not guaranteed yet, the very occasional, very faint return of a morning erection. Days 8 to 14, building momentum around day 10, Arthur called, a note of cautious excitement in his voice. Woke up this morning, Doc. Sarah actually woke up, clear-headed, and, well, let's just say things were noticeable down there. This period often brings more tangible changes. More consistent morning energy and mental clarity, noticeably deeper, more restorative sleep. Reports of dreaming returning are common. The return of spontaneous morning erections, SMEs, perhaps not daily yet, but becoming a recognizable occurrence. This is a major positive sign of improving nocturnal testosterone production and vascular health. Increased motivation for physical activity, a growing sense of overall well-being and reduced stress reactivity. Day 30, turning a corner. At his 1-month check-in, Arthur looked years younger. Not just physically, but in his bearing. There was a confidence, a spark. My wife, she notices. Not just that, he grinned. But me. I'm more here. Present. And yes, he added quietly, it works. Consistently enough that we're reconnecting. By the 1-month mark, with consistent daily practice, especially the evening ritual, many men experience significantly improved and more reliable erectile function. Firmer, longer-lasting erections. The connection feels restored. Enhanced libido and sexual desire. The interest returns alongside the ability. Markedly improved sleep quality and duration. Waking refreshed becomes the norm. Sustained higher energy levels throughout the day. A palpable shift in confidence and sense of well-being. Feeling more like yourself again. Partners often report positive changes in mood, engagement, and presence. Remember, This is a journey, not a sprint. Individual results vary based on overall health, consistency, and underlying conditions. Some men feel shifts faster, others take a few more weeks. The key is patience and daily commitment. This isn't masking a symptom, it's nurturing your foundation. Conclusion: the strength within your reach. One clove at a time for over 30 years, I've sat across from men just like you, Dr. Sarah Michelle. Men who carry the invisible weight of fading energy, the quiet erosion of confidence, the fear that the best chapters of feeling truly alive, truly masculine, might be firmly in the past. Let me look you in the eye, even through these words, and tell you this with absolute conviction. They are not. This one simple, profound act, chewing a few cloves for just 60 seconds a day, is far more than a folk remedy. It's a key that unlocks multiple doors. It opens your blood vessels, eugenol's vasodilation, reviving the flow of life. It calms your frazzled nerves, beta-caryophyllene stress modulation, silencing the cortisol that drowns your testosterone. It guides you into deeper, healing sleep, the sacred time when your hormones naturally rebuild. It fights the hidden inflammation in your mouth, eugenol's antiseptic power, protecting your entire circulation from silent sabotage. I've witnessed it firsthand, time and again. I've seen the color return to a man's face, not from a pill, but from circulation rediscovering its power. I've watched the spark reignite in his eyes as desire cautiously returns. I've heard the relief in his voice, the regained confidence in his step, as he feels reconnected to his body, his partner, and himself. It's not about turning back the clock to 25. It's about reclaiming the vibrant, capable, responsive man you are right now at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. If you've read this far, something in you is stirring. Your body is whispering, maybe even shouting, that it's ready for a change. You now hold the knowledge of this simple, potent key. The decision rests squarely in your hands. You don't need grand gestures or expensive solutions. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Start tonight. Let those 2 or 3 tiny cloves be your first, deliberate step back towards your own strength. Commit to it daily. Be patient, be consistent. Let the warmth spread, let the calm settle, let the sleep deepen. Reclaim your vitality, one clove, one day at a time. Your stronger, more vibrant self is waiting to be rediscovered. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell. Natural health is a journey, and I'm constantly developing new insights and tools specifically for men like you, navigating the richness of life after 60. Subscribing ensures you'll be the first to know. And please, let me know below. Type 1 if this message resonated, type 0 if not. Your feedback guides everything I do. Here's to your strength,